Hello and welcome back to Stranded Deep. We find ourselves back on our home island watching the seagulls as they wake on another beautiful day in Stranded Deep. And this episode, I thought what we could do is go and visit a brand new island, one made in the map editor, map creator, island creator, edity thingy majig. I went and edited an island. I made a new island, actually out of the island that we visited last episode. We came back from last episode, and it was just like, oh, that island is okay, but procedural generation, it is not the best thing in the world, no? I like it when we can go and actually make some things with our fingers and what have you. I don't even know what that accent was. So that is Sea Arch Island over there, which we could see from the island that we were on, and there is an island over there. I am just going to check the weather. The weather is going to be sunny today. Fine. Absolutely fine. So we will bid adieu, farewell, tschüss, auf Wiedersehen to our island here, which is wonderful. The plants are all being sort of planty plants. Our food and water sitch is that the food is down, the water is actually okay. Are there any fruits here that we can nab? We may as well just eat some fruits from our farm, because that is what it is there for. We made a shed last episode. I don't even know why well, I do know why we made it, so we can keep our farming utensils, our farming mats, all in one place. So that's kind of neat. The home island is actually looking okay. It's looking alright. It's looking fine. I am slightly delaying our departure for a couple of reasons. Oh, we have a drinkable coconut. Alright, well, that's fine. Because I know what's on the other island. And by and large, it's actually okay. It's fine. It's absolutely wonderful and nothing is wrong. Is there anything more that I need? We have beans. We have all the baked beans. We have water. Actually, I don't know how much water we have, but we can always make another solar still while we're out there. That'd be fine. We have a torch. We have coconut. We have picks. We have axes. We have hammers. And we have a spear. Well, everything else is actually on the raft itself, so that'll be fine. I have actually prepared the raft for this voyage into... You know what? I think we're going to save. We are definitely going to save before we leave, because I don't know... Basically, when you make an island, there are a few things that you can test, you can have a look at, you can make sure everything's kind of working fine. But some things, like the basic things, like... Can you actually land a raft on the island without things breaking? Without it throwing you 300 meters into the air and then slamming you down into a hostile sea? Those are the questions you have to ask yourself. So with this island, we got very, very lucky. There are some places where you can't land a raft, which is why we can never land a raft near our house, because it just hits like this big shelf and the whole thing stops. So here we are. What I've done is I have taken a lot of the crates off of the raft. So we have 4 crates of stuff that we need. That's our backpack. We have weapons of war. We have more weapons of war and morphine. We have medicines, and we have foods and some things to stab. So we have stabby implements, and we have other things. Now, which way is the best way? We could probably actually go this way. If I bring the arse of the raft round... Oh, I always hate this bit. This is the bit I always hate. I love being on the islands. The sea bit, I'm not so keen on. The sea bit is not my friend. Last time we were out on this raft, the sea got a bit choppy and tried to, it tried to throw us underwater, and I was not happy with that. There's a wreck down there. We've actually been on that wreck down there. That's unpleasant. 80 days survived. Brilliant. Well, at least you know that the recording is sequential, because last time it was 79 days survived. This time it's 80 days survived. So that is our island. It's actually kind of a decent island. There's a cave in the middle of it. It's a very big island as well. That is Sea Arch Island, which was an experiment in see, could you make a very tall island? That one very far on the horizon is well, it's plagued by sharks. It's freaking plagued by sharks. This island does have a shark. One shark this time. I learned from my mistakes last time, and I said to myself, well, if you have 3 sharks, you can always kill... Why is this thing leaning over to one side? Why is our raft tilted to the left? Right. What is going on? Are these crates not aligned properly? This feels weird. Either the crates aren't aligned properly, or I'm going mental. No. So this island is going to load in. This is a huge island. So yeah, I think with having 3 sharks, you can kill one, and apparently the devs say that the sharks respawn every 72 hours. It feels more like 24 hours, if I'm going to be honest. It feels more like the sharks respawning every 24 hours. It could just be that there are lots of sharks, and in that case, this thing feels weird. We might have a following sea. Not sure about that. As long as our poop deck doesn't get swamped, we should be okay. Although we do feel a bit odd in the water. So yeah, by having 1 shark, we'll be able to see if it really is that is the case. Now I need to see if we can align onto the beach, because when you make an island, one of the things that happens is it'll add a load of like undersea rocks, and a bunch of stuff will happen beyond your control. So you might say, this is a lovely place to land a raft, and then it's full of death rocks, and then the raft doesn't go and land properly, and then you die. Because there are teeth everywhere. So what we're going to do is we're going to... Oh, that was okay. That was fine. That was a lot better than I thought it might have been. Oh, and breathe. And breathe. There's a wreck there. I don't want to go on the wreck because I know what shark is out there as well. Yep, it's one of our good old friends. Yeah, one of the sharks with lots of teeth. Why was this thing kind of... Is that... I don't know. It's physics objects on a bloody great big physics object, and it's a little bit dodgy. Good thing to note, the shadows are all freaking out, as they always do. Oh, that's corrugated scrap. Brilliant. And this was, as with the other experiments, the other islands, there was always an experiment. So that was, the Sea Arch Island is how tall can you make an island? Home Island is how big can you make an island? The island which we were on with all the sharks was, well, how much... that was how can we make a bloody great big cave? Hollywood, New York, that was it. The first island that we created was just, can we create an island? And this is, how much stuff can you put on an island? Is there an item limit? And the answer is, yes, there is. It gets a little bit weird after a while. So, yeah, this is just a case of let's throw a ton of stuff down on an island and see how much stuff we can actually get away with. And it turns out you can get away with putting quite a lot of stuff down on an island, but there is a definite item limit. So that's a thing we have to be aware of. First thing we need to do is we need to get out our axe. In fact, first thing we need to do is probably eat something. We could probably eat something, I don't know. We have a large island. Ooh. Which is split in 2. By this kind of... Well, it's not really a river, because a river would be something that flows from one place to another. This is like a large split in the island itself. We have this kind of stepping stones. So yeah, when you make an island, it's just like, oh, can we make an island? It looks great in the editor, but I don't think, you know, you don't actually know how deep things are going to be. You don't know what they're going to look like once everything's been put on the island. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. Cool. Let's just smash some coconut to begin with. Yay! Drink up with the coconut. Dunyan rings. Right, let's drop that down. And let's hit that with a refined axe. And then nom it. Just to get this thing out of our inventory so we can actually go and build a shelter. Because that's the first thing we're going to need to do. So we will need to start slamming these trees. Get ourselves a shelter online. That would be the first thing I would want to do. We're going to need something with at least 2 sections on it. A tree with at least 2 sections on it. Because we're going to need 1 section for the shelter. We'll need the top. And then we'll need to make a fire pit. Or 3 sections. Ooh. Let's just chop this thing down. Or we could just take... No. There are sticks. Let's take this one. This one will do. Let's chop it down. Let's make a house. Once we've got the house, we can go and explore and do other things. Because there are stuff to eat. There is stuff to... stuff. Goodbye. So we'll just chop the chunk off of that. That'll be fine. first things first, when you get onto a new island, you go and make yourself a house so you can actually save. So if something goes wrong, you get munched down like an old Twix by a shark, you could be like, oh, well, at least I have somewhere that I saved. If you don't do that, then you might get munched down and just be like, oh no, I am back at my old island. I don't know what to be here. Because that is exactly what you sound like. Actually, I don't know what you sound like. I do have, because YouTube gives you kind of a basic thing, like a basic set of stats. And it says, yes, people are watching your videos from this country and this country. And it's like, oh, that's great. You can't drill down any further. You can't say, oh, I can see you watching my videos in your house there. It's literally by country scale. And it's just like, some people are viewing from America. Say hello to America. Some people are viewing from Canada. Yay! Say hello to Canada. And some people are viewing from Germany. Germany? Say hello to Germany. In fact, we've had people viewing from all over the world. It's really, really interesting. I like little stats and stuff like that. Can we build a shelter up here? I think we probably can, you know. What I'm going to do is put the sticks down somewhere here. Could we actually put it in the ficus? Ooh, that'd be interesting. Let us drop some sticks down because we don't need to carry all this stuff. And then physics goes and throws them all over the place. Fine, that's what physics does. We need to take this yucca out. Wow, we really did take it out. We'll make the lashing fine. What? We need space. Right, okay. We do have the space to do it. Fine. We'll run down and we'll quickly create ourselves. I don't like building the... Let's get these palm fronds up. I don't like building the shelter on a very low bit of ground, like sand, like especially the wet sand, because of the threat of sharks swimming through the island and then messing your stuff up fun time. Because sharks do that. They still, for some reason, swim through the old islands. Structures. Shelter. Can we actually build it in there? No, there's something in the way. What could possibly be in the way? There's loads of stuff in the way, apparently. Especially the sticks that I'm trying to build the shelter out of. There. Cool. All right, that'll do. We have some sticks here, which we can probably turn into a campfire. ×4. Right, okay. We'll put the campfire here. Boop. And, oh, there's a... How did we end up with more sticks than... Wait a minute. There is 4 sticks. So where did that stick come from? I don't know. How could I possibly be expected to know that? I don't. So we need another stick to make the campfire, and then we can stick. And then we can just get some rocks, and then that's it. Here's a shipwreck. Ooh. One of the ways I made this island, if it's at all interesting to anybody, is there's a couple of ways. You can either raise height, like you can raise it at a specific point, or you can actually set height. And the set height option is really, really powerful because it allows you to raise a large area of land up to meet a specific height, and then you can sort of fine-tune it afterwards. Yep. He's found us. That's the reason we don't go into the water. I don't actually know... See, when I was testing this, I did have a bit of an issue with the sharks. And they would swim around the island and then they would disappear. And I was just like, where's the shark gone? Yeah, they disappear for some reason. I can't really... Is that... Wait, what? No, I can't see him. The outer ring of the island, which would normally fall away because of the bringing everything up to a specific height. I think I managed to keep everything fairly shallow on the outer ring of the island. Oh, there's another stick. Which means that if we do have great white swimming around, we might actually have a chance to get him. Why? I don't want to do that without him sort of falling straight into the briny deep. So we have the campfire pit. Bam. We have... No, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. That is the wrong one. And we have the kindling. Done. Okay, so the kindling's been stored in our backpack, even though it's obviously not in our backpack. Is our backpack full? Sounds like shark noise again. Why? What? Oh, he's not under the island, is he? That would explain a lot of things. A lot of scary, spooky things. Things that are scary and both spooky. So yeah, there's actually some cool things on this island. Let's go and explore. What is the time? It is 15. Oh, it's actually going to nearly be night. That's great. Let's go and explore. Yay! It's nearly night. Oh, sadness. Sadness befalled us. Wait a minute. Can he swim up here? Could a great white swim up here? That suddenly becomes way more scary. Let's go and investigate some other things that isn't the river. Yes, I feel that would be wonderful. So, oh, by the way, is there an item limit? Yeah, the first item limit you will reach is these pine trees, the cook pines. You will find that you cannot make a pine forest because there are way too few of them. It's I don't actually know why the item limit is there for the cook pines. It's kind of an interesting thing because there doesn't seem to be an item limit for the not pine trees. What are these? Palm trees. I was thinking, oh wait, hang on a minute, I've forgotten what they are. Palm olive. Yes, no, that's a palm tree. So yeah, the palm trees have don't seem to have an item limit, or at least not one that I found. But things did start getting weird in the editor. I don't know how far out to sea he is, because the sea is getting a little bit murky, and not a Blizzard character. Huh. Okay, so there's plenty of stuff to look at. We have the ubiquitous sea fort. Now the reason there is is the sun going down? Where is the time? Oh, there's about an hour of light left. The reason we have to put in these walkways is because these things don't seem to have ladders. The other tower might have a ladder, but then the other tower just ends up with a load of grass on top, and it's just like, well, that doesn't help much. The other end of the waterway suddenly is very dark and very foreboding. The yellow boys, they do actually float. There is like an actual sea boy, like a big floating thing. That doesn't float. It'll just ping out of the water. But those things do. And I put that there to show me where the sharks spawn. And that's where he spawned originally. But he is probably not there now. He's probably gone. He's swimming around. He's probably beneath our feet going, I am a land shark. I am tunneling beneath your feet. Now I'm going to get you, little boy. And I'm like, oh no, I do not want to be get. And he's like, I'm going to go through your pockets for loose change, you nonce. And I'm like, that is a very bad word. Why would you say that? And he's like, I'm a cockney shark. And I'm like, oh yes, I forgot that. You are a cockney shark. Oh, the other thing we do need to do is grab a tarp, because we are going to need to make ourselves a solar still for the waters. So the sun is going down. It is only 52. We have very few minutes of daylight left. There is a shark swimming around. The shark music is going on. Well, that was the day that was. And now it's dark. Great. Torch. Boop. We got the torch on. We got a torch on. We still have kind of a problem with our inventory being massively full. There are lots of sticks though, so that's kind of cool. We'll go up here and we will serve the water thing. Water sitch. Our water sitch needs to be sorted. So let's put do we need to do much with the kindling? No. I don't know why I keep building a fire. I think it's out of habit. It's out of habit that you build the fire, you get the kindling, and you get the shelter all online, so that you can be warm and you can save and all that sort of stuff. What we need to do is not use our quick craft, which I always forget about, is tap the C key instead of hold it down. So if you hold down the C key, you get quick craft. If you just tap it, you get the crafting menu. Oh, water skin. That's interesting. I don't actually know how much the water skin holds. It might be worth making one just to see when we're back on our home island. It is... What is it? It's a structure? It is a structure. So we need 3 rocks and 1 lashing. Oh, actually, I've been picking up sticks, and it's just like, oh, you don't need to pick up sticks. You need a lashing, and you need a tarp. And, okay, so we'll... Oh, good heavens. Our inventory is full, and we need to drop something. And the only thing we can drop is the torch. All right. Okay. Drop the stick there. 1, 2. Can we... I should have lit the fire. I can't actually see the torch. There's the sticks. There's the torch. Ugh. Okay, so when it's amped up in Premiere, maybe we'll be able to see. I'll tell you what, let's just light the freaking fire. Let's do that. Let's hold down E and smash the thing so we actually get some light on the situation. That would be a good idea. Oh, you put the campfire, you're standing in the dark, but you're not using it. Why are you not using it? Well, because I'm an idiot. That's why. There we go. Done. So now we have our kindling, which we can sort of put over here. Go. Our sitch is that the sleep is down a little bit. Not too bad. The water's down a little bit. Again, not too bad. Status effects are that we are... Let's just stand here. Status effects are that we are absolutely fine. So we're not on fire or anything. We're not actually smoking ourselves to death. We are wonderful. So if you are out in the wilderness and you think, ooh, I wonder if I should do anything. Yeah, don't stand on top of fire. That's just stupid. Yes, fine, good. So we are going to... Let's drop the tarp, because we're not going to need that. We're going to need to look for some rocks. We have 1 rock, we need 2 more rocks, and we need a lashing. And then we can get a solar still online. That will be useful. What is the time? It is 1950. Fine. We'll whip the torch back out. We'll leave the campfire burning for the time being. We need to find ourselves a yucca, and we need to find a couple of rocks. Why is it important to have a source of water when you are carrying around probably 15 litres in clay pots? Well, good. You can actually fairly clearly see the edge of the sand as it dips into the sea. That's kind of a weird thing. I wonder if the water is clearer at night than it is during the day. Interesting. Yeah, no, you get the basic necessities, all the basic needs sorted out while you are fairly comfortable. So that if you are in an emergency situation, you're like, oh no, all my stuff is like, oh, okay, right. We'll do this. It's like, oh no, I desperately need to make myself like water before my brain explodes or doesn't explode. I think, what's the opposite of an exploding brain? A non-exploding brain. Brilliant. Yeah, before you dehydrate. So that everything is there. And it is good. Most good. Fine, so we should have all the stuff to build it now. You, get out of the way. What the hell? Did that just physics something else out of the world? Was that a rock or something? I don't know. So we should have everything. I just made a crude spear. I want to make the solar still, not the crude spear. Alright. Good. Is there anywhere we can put this? Yeah, we can actually clip that straight into the... Doop. There we go. We do have a tree above us. That is a thing that is very much above us. Ah, good. We have a crude spear, apparently. Brilliant. A crude... It has durability. I didn't realise the spears had durability. Ah. I thought that if you just missed, they would destroy themselves. Fine. Fine. So it's 2109, 2110. So what we'll do is we'll put the torch... actually, let's just leave the torch on. We'll put the camp... Oh, no, we have to have an empty hand. It's kind of like karate. You need an empty hand. So we'll save, and then we will sleep. Wonderful. And then it'll be in the morning, and we can do more exploring in the morning. And it is the morning. It's as nice, actually. It's like being... It's like being... Well, it's like being outdoors and camping and stuff. It is... there we go. There's some sunlight filtering through the trees. Yeah, this It's a very familiar surround. Okay, so not cook pine necessarily, but sort of what are the other pines? Scots pines? Yeah, that would be more familiar to my part of the world. Scots pines and things like sycamore and stuff. That would remind me of being in Nitma going camping with the Cub Scouts. Ooh, the water is black because the light is not hitting it at a sufficient angle to make it not look like it's made of milky death. All right, so we've survived our first night. Our solar still is online. It hasn't actually generated any water. It's going to be rainy today. This is not the experimental build, so currently 7:02 in the morning, 4th of June. Brilliant. So currently there is a 60% chance of it being a storm, what are the other percentages? I can't remember the other percentages. Something like 30% chance of it being rain and 10% or 20% chance, whatever's left of it being a sandstorm, which is apparently an actual weather effect. So that's kind of cool. We'll drop the crude spear because we don't need it. We have a bunch of stuff, and let's just check our water sitch. Oh, I'm glad we did check our water sitch because our water is way down. Ooh, we're drinking all the waters. Let's go and have a little explore. What's down here? It is a cave of sorts. Ooh. That sounds like shark noise. Why is there shark noise? I'm like 1,000,000 miles above the sea. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but I don't like it. Sir, I do not like it. I'm stuck on rocks. Yeah, let's have a little look-see down here. Oh, what is that? That is that's definitely something we can go and have an explore in momentarily. And we have, oh yeah, this is something that happens on flat surfaces above a certain altitude. It applies grass. Don't know why. Do you think we could make that? Do you think we could actually jump that gap? Oh, nice. I don't know, because we could either jump it or we could land on that bit of clay down there and smash both of our ankles and die. You know what? Ooh, that is still shark noise. That is actually terrifying. I wonder if he's swimming under the island at this point. I don't want to go swimming through the river and find out. But you know what? I think I'm going to leave it there. So if you're liking the series, if you're liking what the series could be, or if you were like, oh, I'm really liking it, but I wonder how I could help out with this thing, drop a like. Interacting with the video is the easiest way to help out with the video, so drop a like. Maybe if you haven't already, drop a subscribe, perhaps even tell your friends about the channel, and you know what, I will catch you guys next time. Bye.